And welcome back. When we last left off, winter had arrived, and we had our first baby fox, or fox pup in this case, which we will probably um, use as a, use to breed more foxes. However, we will cut down our population again. So let's start with the pigs. We'll search our sows, and we only have, we don't have any boars, so that's something we might want to buy from those guys. Did I forget my timer again? Yes, I did forget to set it up again. That's gonna stay a running thing for me. Okay, we have a ton of hens, so this one is gonna be butchered. This one is gonna be, this one can go, and the guinea hen, and that is it. We will keep the turkey hen. Alright, we have one for buttering here. Okay, next is we are going to search for... Oh, we don't have a normal cock, that's... oh no, right, they're roosters, yeah. We only have one, so that's gonna stay. We are good here. We're gonna butcher that. Oh, we have 3 fox pups actually. That's pretty awesome. Actually, can I... Yep, I can set those to be available for as pets. I think I can also train them for... No, I can't. That's a shame. I would like to have trained those for hunting. However, we still have things to kill. Oh, we have 2 boars, so one can go. Oops, Drake. We have 3 of those, so the 2 oldest can go. No, this one is going to be butchered. What else do we have? God, we have so many animals. Let's search the alpaca. We have a few baby alpaca. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I'm terrible at that. What else do we have? We have geese, so let's search for those. We have none of those, so let's kill the oldest again. I want to butcher it. Okay, we only have one stray gander that is not a pet, and I don't like having pets as the only male animals in our stock. Because, well... Oh, we have 3 reindeer bulls. Let's kill 2 of them. Because those tend to follow their owners, and their owners might end up getting themselves killed. And then we'd end up without... We also have a cat here, we're gonna kill that. And then you end up without any kind of... Okay, we have 2 water buffalo calves. We have a stork, that's awesome. And then you basically end up without any animals you can use to breed new animals, and that's not quite what we're aiming at. Okay, we only have 1 donkey. Do we have any mules? No, we don't. Okay, what else do we have? We have dogs. I'm not gonna butcher the dogs. I'm gonna tame that raven here. Any trainer. Okay. The yak. How many yaks do we have? We have 2 calves. Okay. Let's see if they're all assigned to this pasture, just in case, because we don't want it to starve to death. Okay, we have Ducklings. That seems to be everything. Okay. Also, can we? I think we can tell people to start milking here and to start shearing and to spin thread and also to make cheese. Okay, there we go. Although the cheese making might actually be better placed here. Anyway, is our trade already here? No, he's still constructing. What is taking so long with that bloody building? Assuming oh right, he has to walk quite a way. Right, that's why I didn't like to have the no creature. Really? Okay, so it looks like we already sheared all the alpacas. We have a general familiarity with raven training methods now. That's pretty great. And we got more puppies. We got our ropes made, so we can make traction benches right after we finished the trade. Because I want those guys to trade first. Oh no, he's sleeping. You moron. Stop sleeping, I want you to trade. We need things. We don't need many things, but we need things.
I can't do it. I just can't.
Also, I think I'm gonna start a new kitchen over here. Because why the hell not? No, actually, because we do have a lot of well, we do have a lot of food, but we want to sell that, so I could build my kitchen out of soap. Isn't that hygienic? Okay, granite blocks. I'm not gonna build my kitchen out of soap. I don't want it to dissolve in water. Is any of those actually having eggs now? This is proving more difficult than I had anticipated. I was kinda hoping to just have the animals. The kitchen was built great. I kinda hoped the animals would just lay eggs more often, and the dwarves would be slower with. What's up now? Okay, the grey langur has reverted to a wild state, which is fine because it is still caged. And I think you can basically grind the training level of an animal by just letting it revert and then retaming it and just repeating that. So you can basically just level your trainers with that. You level um, your pet training with that. Also, why don't you have any seeds? Could you just trade now? Oh, go trading, not drinking. So that is the joy of having dwarves doing stuff instead of doing it yourself. You have to wait until they stop sleeping and drinking, which is beyond annoying. Well, at least the buttering goes well. We will also start assigning those guys to prepare more lavish meals, because we need those. Actually, we don't, but I want to have more just in case I want to trade more. And let's face it, we do have a ton of stuff that could be cooked and that should be cooked probably. So yeah. Is my trade on? You don't have it. You could go trade. Oh right, we don't request it. Okay, my fault. Sorry about that. I completely forgot to request him at the trading post. I'm gonna select everything I want from those guys. Basically all the metal, all that. I don't want the gems. What else do we want? I don't need those blocks. We can't melt those down anyway. I want the crystal glass, because I think that's acting a bit weird. I'll also have some clay, because why not? I'm gonna buy all the wood just because I'm used to doing that. I usually don't have a very heavily forested map, and the underground forests aren't that plentiful in most cases, I'm not gonna buy all of that to melt it down. I don't feel like doing that. I'm gonna buy those cages because I can. I'm gonna buy that, that, and that. There we're like Noah's Ark, just with dwarves and more butchering. Oh, a turkey gobbler. We want that. An alpaca, reindeers. Bull, why not? Llama's milk, we don't need that. We don't need any booze barrels. We'll have lye, though. Polar bear blood. You could bring me a polar bear instead. Wombat man blood. I don't think you can actually draw that in the normal game, because your dwarves refuse to touch sentient beings. We'll have that, though. Silver mace, a bronze spear, and one of the iron pick, too. Steel spear. You can see we have plenty of stuff here, so just buy a few basic weapons. They don't need to be that awesome. We'll have that and that. I mean, we could forge ourselves some things now too, but I don't feel like doing that. Not gonna buy too much, not gonna buy much steel things. What I wanted to do was I wanted to get to the silk, and we want to buy some seeds again. That's what we really need right now. We need seeds. We don't need sand. We'll have that. Plump helmet spawns. That's what I want. Pigtail fibers. Anything up here? Sweet pot seeds. Cave wheat, rock nuts, pigtails. Okay. Sweet pot seeds. I'm just gonna buy all of them, so I'll have them in case we run out again. We'll have that. And no, not that. Yeah, we don't need much of that. We'll have one leather bin, although we should be pretty good on leather too. Don't I have any spider silk stuff? That's a shame. Okay, on the right side we can now also go to the caves and get our own spider silk. We don't need any anvils, we don't need any of that. Oh my god, they have a lot of food. Actually, we'll buy some of those plump helmets. Because those will give seeds when eaten as well. And that is good. Now for your trade, you'll get those, you'll get a bit of that. And you can have the most expensive. They actually have those too. So, while we're here, have that. So, trade. Awesome. You can now stop trading. We have a lot of idlers, probably because our farmers don't have anything to do. Who's our mayor? And why did he go? Okay, what are we? Apparently the noble has decided we don't want any amulets to be exported, which is kind of silly. On the bright side, we are now planting plump helmets again, so the dire circumstances I was fearing have been averted now. We have plump helmets again, so we can make booze now, well, more booze. I think we might actually have hit the point where our dwarves drink more than they produce, so we might want to get another still as well. Just gonna do that right now. There is no reason not to place one. So let's also not build that from soap, because who would want his booze to taste like soap? Not gonna use our precious metal blocks for the still. Okay, what do we have? We have plenty of ravens, that's kinda awesome. So let's place the newly bought animals over here. We have rabbit, bull, yak. Those all go on this pasture, whereas all birds go over here. I could technically place the male birds over on the other pasture as well, but there is really no point in that. And I kind of feel like it's more immersive if I just don't assume that all animals breed by spores or something. So I'm not going to do that. Okay, let's see what else we have here. We have that. I have no idea what these things are linked to actually. I'm quite sure this is the bridge level. Or this is the bridge. I think this is the no. Those are the bridges, and this is. I think that's the. All right, that should be the cages out here. So those are my military training levels, which means we need another one, which is gonna be our pet level. I want to have a granite mechanism here. And the video has just hit the 15 minutes, so that's it for now. I'll see you soon.